Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths. A lot of narcissistic abuse survivors, in relation to the narcissist that was involved in their life, are under the false impression that the narcissist has gone on with their lives and ultimately forgot about them. What you got to understand is this narcissist that was involved in your life, even if they've moved on to a new supply, they're glorifying their new supply on their social media. Maybe you've caught a glimpse of them walking down the street. They're even telling you things like, I see it in the comment section, they're telling you that this new supply is a better person than you ever could be. Things of that nature, right? What you need to understand fundamentally is this narcissist that was involved in your life is preoccupied with thoughts about you, right? They're ruminating severely about you. Look, if they, for example, compare you and actually inform you, they're actually telling you, oh, this new supply is better than you are. That means that they're using you as a benchmark. They're using you as a point of reference, right? They're using you as a staple. You're a staple in their minds where they're comparing you to them. And you ultimately know, well, you should know, that narcissists that are involved in your life are compulsive liars. They say things to hurt your feelings. They tell you things that are untrue. They want to hurt you. They're very sadistic. They want to bring you pain. So, you know, you can't believe anything that a narcissist says, you know? And even with unspoken words, like on the social media, for example, or in person when you see them in the street and they're glorifying it, you know, this is a stunt. This is a stunt and an act that they're doing with the preoccupation in mind of making you jealous, of making you insecure, of making you look at yourself and compare yourself, trying to make you go on the same frequency that they're doing. You see, this narcissist that was involved in your life is comparing you to the new supply. And they're ultimately trying to make you compare yourself to them and feel inferior, because they suffer with inferiority complexes to do with you anyway. Throughout the whole duration of the relationship, when you're involved with this narcissist in your life, they felt inferior to you. They always did. Beneath the mask, they felt inferior. On the surface, they would have acted like they're God's gift. They would have acted like they're impeccable. They're the best thing ever. That's how they act. But beneath, in the core of them, they've got low self-esteem, low self-worth, inferiority complexes, right? So you need to understand that this narcissist is ruminating about you severely. Even when they're with their new supply. They're sick, right? There'll be things that this new supply does that aggravates the narcissist, for example, and the narcissist that's involved in your life will try and chip away at those things, you know, like they're constructing a sculpture, and they'll be trying to make this new supply into you. They will do this. Honestly, they'll do this. They'll try and make the new supply do things that you used to do, maybe talk the way that you used to talk, be into the things that you used to be into, and they basically try and make the new supply into you, because they've got a huge feeling of absence, right? They've got a huge feeling of absence from losing you, regardless of even if you were the one that was discarded or reverse discarded. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help people out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But that's what you need to see through the fog, right? It's like you could have been on the receiving end of a discard or a reverse discard, and then you think that you're a reject. You think that the narcissist is not into you anymore. You think that, look, the narcissist that was involved in your life gets wide-eyed, right? The longer that they're around you, that's the thing. When they first encountered you, they knew they weren't on your level. They used to idolize you, right? They did idolize you. They used to look up at you. But by you providing such a potent supply source, giving them love, care, attention, support, security, offering them that, they get an inflated sense of self that actually grows exponentially, where they start to look down at you through the inflation of their sense of self. Their sense of self becomes unrealistic and untrue. But in their mind, they're looking down at you. At the same time as that's going on, you're being depleted, you're being drained, your supply is being withered away, right? So yes, they get wide-eyed and they think they can find greener pastures or more shiny objects. And that's a deficit which is a part of the narcissist that's involved in your life psyche. You know, them having the envy and seeing other people as better than you. That's what they did think for a period of time, until they got over there, until they got over on those greener grasses. I saw in the comment section someone mentioned, what about if they do go to greener grass? They don't. They don't. Have you ever, for example, been in a job, you moaned about your job, you thought your job was shit, right? And then you get a new job, and then the new job's even worse, right? This is the type of dynamics that the narcissist goes through with people, right? You know, or your car, for instance. Your car, you kept moaning about your car, you wanted a new car, then you get the new car, and the new car's got a load of faults with it, right? This is the same dynamics that happens with the narcissist involved in your life. They are ruminating severely about you. This is why they're doing these things. So, for example, they post a picture that they've gone on holiday with the new supply. They're posting those pictures. You don't know how many takes they're taking of those pictures, right? You don't know how many takes, and I've heard this from a survivor of narcissistic abuse. The narcissist used to make them take repeated photos so that the narcissist could glorify it on the social media to all the previous supplies and all of that. They used to take photo after photo, trying to make it perfect. That's what you don't see. You just see a still image, and you think, oh, they took a nice photo. They took loads of photos. Some of them, they look like trash. Some of them, their eyes were jaded, you know. Some of them, you know, they take repeated photos. Then they add filters. Then they add all of this fakery onto it to make it look like it's something surreal, right? So you need to understand that. And they're doing all of these actions with you in mind and whoever else they're trying to hurt in mind, right? They'll ruminate about you. They're doing these actions towards you. If you was the most recent supply, then it's highly likely that they're trying to, most recent former supply, then it's highly likely that they're trying to make you jealous, invoke feelings of insecurity in you. And this is them ruminating about you. You're a huge part of their mind, right? In their everyday existence, you know? So now you're gone, the narcissist ruminates severely about you. They do, right? And they even ruminate when they're not posted on social media. And they even ruminate when they're comparing you to the new supply. That's what ultimately it comes down to. They compare you to the new supply. You are that staple. You are that benchmark. You are that point of reference. So don't believe them if they told you. If they actually had the audacity to actually tell you that this new supply is better, then you know they're a compulsive liar, right? That proves that you are enough on their minds for them to actually inform you that this new supply is better than you. It's not true. They lie repeatedly, compulsively, right? They do. They lie about everything, small things, big things, and all things in between. They lie about everything. They're liars, right? So don't believe it, okay? You know, you can't believe that the narcissist has gone on to better things. They haven't, right? Don't take everything on surface level either, right? You don't know what this new supply can be toxic as hell. That's what they run into, You need to understand that the narcissist that was involved in your life was under the false security of you. Not the false security, they had the security of you. They had the loyalty of you. And they got kind of warped thinking in thinking that other people were going to treat them the same way that you did. And it doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. They get out there in the real world. They go over to these greener grass. They realize they're on AstroTurf. They realize that this new supply treats them like trash. This new supply is not as loyal as you, genuine or kind or loving or caring. This is what happens when they go out into the real world, right? So you need to understand that. Now you're gone. This narcissist that was involved in your life ruminates about you severely, right? You are a huge void that can't be filled. You are a huge absence in their life. And it's something which torments them for the rest of their days. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find a link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find a link in the description box. Currently, I've got a secondary channel, the spiritual channel. Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.